Let's talk about running backs who've overperformed, guys. The RB2 on the season right now, Kyren Williams. He's had 17 points and 28 points in his last 2 games. And then Brian Robinson, the running back 3 on the early season as well. 13.6 and 28.9 points for him. Simon, how are we feeling about these 2 guys? Do you think there's one that has staying power who could be an RB1, an RB2? How do you see it shaking out for these guys?
It feels like every year there's a situation that the community as a whole just misreads, right? We saw it with Cordero Patterson. We've seen it with Phillip Lindsay kind of coming in and stealing work. We've seen it with Chris Carson taking over instead of Rashad Penny in the backfield there for the Seahawks. And this year, I do think it was the Los Angeles Rams backfield that we just entirely misread. Week 1 came out. When I saw the usage for Kyren Williams and Cam Akers averaging less than 2 yards a carry on the same number of carries, there was an immediate alarm going off. This is not a week 1 wonder. This is a complete misread by the community on who the lead back for the Los Angeles Rams is going to be. I was wrong. It seems like most everybody was wrong because Kyren Williams was sitting there on the waiver wire in almost every league that I went looking for him in. Now, week 2, Cam Akers is a scratch, and there's rumors that he's on the trade block. Kyren Williams, who killed it in week 1 on the ground, now gets 10 targets in week 2 to add to that. I'm in. And this is not anti-Brian Robinson. You can have me talk for 10 minutes about how much I like Brian Robinson as well. But if we're looking at one of these guys who I think is more likely to finish the season in the top 12, Brian Robinson's not getting that receiving work. None of the backs are there in Washington. If Kyren Williams can even get half of what we saw in this past game, if he stays involved in that receiving game and is the Rams lead back, then this dude has top 12 upside to end the season.